In November, Chancellor Rachel Reeves steps up to deliver what could be the most brutal autumn budget in a generation. This isn't just another round of tweaks to tax thresholds or small incentives for savers. What's being discussed right now behind closed doors could affect every major pillar of personal wealth in the UK. Your salary, your home, your pension, even the gifts you give to your children. And make no mistake, these aren't wild internet rumours. They're based on credible think tank analysis, treasury leaks and industry speculation. In this video, we're breaking down the 7 biggest rumoured tax changes, what they could mean for you as a UK investor, homeowner or retiree, and how you might protect your wealth before they're announced. 1. Stamp duty abolished and the rise of a new annual property tax. Let's start with perhaps the boldest rumour of all, the complete scrapping of stamp duty land tax, replaced by an annual property levy. Right now, stamp duty generates about 11.6 billion a year for the Treasury. Buyers pay between 2% and 12% upfront, depending on property value. It's a huge lump sum that discourages people from moving, especially first-time buyers and downsizers. But under new proposals, stamp duty could be abolished entirely, replaced with a yearly tax on ownership, something like 0.3% to 0.6% on properties worth over 500k. So let's say your home is worth £1 million. Instead of paying £43,750 once when you buy it, you'd now pay £3,000 to £6,000 every single year. That sounds painful, but here's the Treasury's logic. Buyers benefit from lower upfront costs. Wealthier homeowners shoulder more of the long-term burden. The housing market becomes more fluid, more transactions, more mobility. In effect, the government is trying to fix a broken property market without crashing it. But the winners and losers are clear. First-time buyers and downsizers might benefit. Long-term homeowners, especially in London and the South East, will pay more every single year. It's a fundamental shift from taxing transactions to taxing ownership, and it could permanently change how Britons think about owning property. If you want to know all about money and investing, by the way, hit the subscribe button and let's build wealth together. 2. Lifetime gift caps on inheritance tax. Inheritance tax are 2 words that make many UK families groan. At the moment, you can gift up to £3,000 per year tax-free, and larger gifts are also tax-free if you survive for 7 years after making them. But this could be about to change in a big way. The Treasury is reportedly considering a lifetime gift allowance, a cap on the total amount you give away tax-free in your entire life. After that, every further gift gets hit with the full 40% inheritance tax instantly. The proposed limit around 200,000. Here's what that means in practice. Imagine you gift 50,000 to each of your 3 children. That's 150k gone. You've got £50,000 left before you hit your lifetime limit. From that point on, every 10,000 could trigger a £4,000 tax bill. According to consultancy SSW Group, that cap could raise $3 billion annually by 2028, while also simplifying the system. But for everyday investors trying to pass on assets, it adds a whole new layer of complexity. Now, as always, nothing in this video should be taken as financial advice, and the full disclaimer can be found below in the description. 3. Extending the 7-year rule to 10 years. Currently, if you gift money or assets and survive 7 years, that gift becomes completely free of inheritance tax. And if you die within that period, the tax reduces gradually thanks to taper relief. But under new discussions, the Treasury could extend that rule to 10 years and even remove taper relief altogether. That means gifts made a full decade before death could still face the full 40% tax. Think about that. A parent helping their children buy a home at 60 could still see that gift taxed if they pass away before 70. This would bring the UK more in line with certain European systems, but it also introduces uncertainty and complexity for families. It essentially punishes people for early generosity. So if you're planning intergenerational transfers, this one could have serious implications, not just for the wealthy, but for anyone passing down a property or a business. 4. Capital gains tax aligned with income tax. Right now, capital gains tax rates are 18% or 24%, depending on your income bracket. That's far below income tax rates of 20%, 40% or 45%. But this gap between earned income and investment gains could soon close. There's talk of aligning capital gains tax rates with income tax, a move that would double or even triple the tax owed on asset sales. This boils my blood, to be honest, as I'm trying to secure my family's future with investing, and I've been working my ass off to do so, only for the government to punish me even more for trying my best. The logic: fairness. If two people earn 50,000, one through work and one through investments, why should one pay less? But here's the problem. This would discourage people from selling assets, starting businesses or investing long term. It could hurt the very group the UK needs to invest: small business owners, landlords and private investors. It's a balancing act, fairness versus incentive, and if it happens, expect many investors to rethink their strategies, possibly holding assets longer or moving investments inside tax shelters like ISAs and SIPs. It's clear that this government and most governments before them don't understand capital markets at all, and this current government is the reason many businesses and entrepreneurs are leaving the country, the UK, losing millions and millions in tax revenue. 5. Flat 30% pension relief for everyone. This one might actually simplify the system, but it's still controversial. At the moment, tax relief on pension contributions depends on your income. Basic rate taxpayers get 20%, higher rate taxpayers get 40%, additional rate taxpayers get 45%. The new plan, scrap all that, everyone gets 30%. Sounds fair, right? Well, it depends where you sit. If you're on 30,000 a year, you'll get a bigger boost. But if you're earning six figures, you'll lose thousands in relief each year. The Treasury expects to save around £6 billion per year from this change, while making pensions simpler and fairer. But for higher earners, this could reduce pension contributions, and that has long-term implications for the economy. For most savers though, a 30% flat rate might actually encourage participation, especially for younger workers who haven't been contributing much at this moment in time. 6. Capital gains tax on homes over 1.5 million. Here's one for homeowners in high value areas. Right now, your main home is exempt from capital gains tax thanks to something called principal private residence relief. But under new proposals, that exemption could end for homes worth over £1.5 million. So if you sell your home for £2 million, after years of appreciation, the £500,000 gain above that threshold could face full capital gains tax. That's a huge change. It essentially treats luxury homes like investment properties. Analysts estimate it could raise about $1 billion per year and help level the playing field between homeowners and landlords. But it also means thousands of families, especially in the southeast, London, the southeast, would suddenly find themselves with unexpected tax bills when they sell up. This probably won't affect me personally, but I'm still not happy about it, to be honest. It's a joke. Income tax band freezes until 2031. This one's already happening, and it's quietly one of the biggest tax hikes in the UK history. Income tax bands were frozen until 2028, but reports suggest the freeze could be extended all the way to 2031. That means as wages rise with inflation, more of your income is taxed at higher rates without any official rate increase. By 2029, 1.5 million more Britons could be pushed into higher rate tax brackets, potentially generating billions in extra revenue. The government will claim it hasn't raised taxes, but in reality, this fiscal drag means millions of middle earners will pay more quietly year after year. How to prepare for what's coming. Now, remember, these are rumours, not law. And again, nothing in this video is advice. But good investors don't wait for policy to hit. They prepare early. Here's what you can do today. Review your property portfolio. If the annual property tax comes in, it could shift your yield calculations significantly. Use your allowances, max out your ISA and pension contributions if possible under the current rules before they change. Consider gifting early. If lifetime gift caps or 10-year rules arrive, transferring assets now could save serious tax later. Get advice. Speak to a qualified financial planner or tax specialist who understands how to legally protect wealth under UK law. Summary. This autumn budget could mark the biggest reset of UK tax and investment rules in decades. Whether you're building wealth, planning retirement, or just trying to protect what you've earned, now is the time to pay attention. Because when governments get desperate, they don't always raise rates, they change the rules. So stay informed, stay flexible, and use every legal tool available, ISAs, pensions, allowances, to stay ahead of the game. These potential changes could cause serious problems, but on a positive note, I believe there is a solution to most problems, and your solution is with education. So have a look at the 3 resources below, and me and you can work together. We can build wealth together. First with education, then by investing into assets, long term. Thanks for watching.